Yeah, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How you doing? How's your day? So in today's tutorial, I'm going to teach you how to do t-test and ANOVA and regression in Excel. So, and before I proceed, I would like to explain what you mean by t-test. So let me just give a simple illustration about t-test. So when I'm talking about t-test, is a statistical test used to compare the means of two groups of data. So let's say we have x value, so and then we also have x variable and y variable. So in our list of the data set, like this one that we have in Excel now, we have group A, group of the data. So and then we have A group, we also have B group. So these are two variables of the data set. So in group A, these are the list of the test score we have. So and then in group B, these are the list of the test score we have, starting from 32 down to 60 to 60 61. So that's where we stop. So here now we have two groups of these two data sets. So we are going to check how we want to test it as using t-test here. So as we know, the statistical test used to compare the means of two group of data, that's what we call t-test. So now let's go there using Excel now to do it. So just come to data here. When you get to data tab, you see data tab in your variable, but if you don't have this data analysis here, you can get it from file. So when you get to file, so when you get to file, then you click on the option. You see option. After you get to option, then you click on adding. So when you click on adding, then you click on go. So here you will see analysis ToolPak. Make sure you activate it. So after you activate it and it's there, so then you will see that it's tick. When it's tick like this, then you know that you are activated. Then you click on OK. So when you click on OK, it's going to come up here under the data here at the data tab. You will see data analysis. So it's going to come up here. So when you have gotten that in your Excel, then the next thing you need to do is just to do your t-test in Excel. So when you come to data here, click on data analysis. So then scroll down, you see t-test pair 2 sample for me. So that's what we are going to use. We also have other two tests, so on and so forth there, but let's use t-test pair 2 sample for me. So we click on OK. Then here you will select the variable 1. So the variable 1 starting from here down to this part, down to we are selecting A first. So for variable 1, so that's our A. So now for variable 2, we are going to select from B downward. So and then that one starting from 32 to 61. So when you select that for variable 2, so then next thing you are going to do is that in that hypothesis sizing mean, you're gonna change that to 0. Then you click on your label. If it's not labeled before, you make sure you click it and leave this one to 0.05. Your alpha being 0.05. Then after that, you click on your output range. So then you select where you want your answer to be. So for instance, I want my answer to show here. So I'll select that output range, then I'll click OK. So it's gonna show your answer for you. This is the t-test pair 2 sample mean. So I have our mean to be 72.88. So and the variance is this. So observation, we observe 29 in the hypothesis test we did. So and then Pearson correlation is 0. Wow. So 0.1145. So that means the correlation is so strong. So see, like it's very strong a bit. So but here we have hypothesis mean difference to be 0 and the degree of freedom is 25. So how do you get that? So you subtract the range of the data set you have, you minus it from 1. So that's 29 minus 1. That's how we got the degree of freedom to be 28. So and the start 2 t statistics, so it's negative 2.310. So our t statistic is this. So our p tail, that's this p value for is 0.014. Okay, So the typical one tail is 1.2. Okay. So that shows us that we have very strong these statistics, and this one is negative. Now is kind of confusing based on the data set you have. The t statistic is not really good enough. So but this critical tail is also is good, and if our t critical two tail is higher than t stat, so that shows us that there's no significant figure, there's no significant relationship, there's no significant difference between them. So and we fail to reject the null hypothesis on this one. So now let's look for the critical one tails 1.1. So now let's move on to the ANOVA. So from here we have our ANOVA table here. So let's do that. We have ID, we have dentist, we have doctor, we have pharmacist, we have a nurse. So these are the people that we have in our group. So group of dentists is this, these are data. So and group of doctor is this, group of pharmacists is this. So these are list of the data set. So we want to perform ANOVA analysis, just come to data here too as well, click on data analysis, then go down, click on ANOVA. You will see ANOVA single factor, then click OK. So when you see this popping up, then make sure you highlight your table range. So after you highlight your table range being selected, then the next thing you are going to do, make sure you select the column. So select your table range from here down to this part. So then make sure the column is thick, then the label, you label is in the first row. So then after that, so select your output range, select it here. Okay, we have selected it already. So just click OK to see your table. So this is ANOVA. This is how to perform ANOVA analysis in Excel. So you can see this is ANOVA single factor, and our data count 20. So the sum of it is this. So the average of it is this, and the variance is also this. So you can see the sum of the square. This is the value for sum of the square. This is the value for within the group. So and if you calculate it manually, you will get the same answer like this. You see, Excel can make things very easy. If you get this kind of question in maybe in the classwork or assignment, you can quickly use Excel to solve it. Then you now do the normal calculation. When you calculate it and then you get this exact value, you will know that what you did is correct. So that's how to use Excel to do all those questions. As a statistical student or mathematics student that's having challenges in calculating ANOVA, you can make use of Excel to do it very fast. So then for the last one, because I don't want our class to go long like that, so for the last one we want to do the analysis for regression tool using Excel. So and if we are talking about ANOVA, let me briefly explain what you mean by that before I proceed. So ANOVA also is an analysis tool used in statistics that split and observe aggregate variability found inside data set into two parts. That means is what it did is just to systematic factors and make sure that we divide everything by parts into two parts. That means going to divide all the data set you have in group. You will group everything, then you analyze it and split observation aggregate variable found in your data set into two parts. So and also you get a systematic factor and random factor for your data set. So that's what ANOVA means. So for you that is having, maybe you don't really understand it. So here we also have the last one we are going to deal with now, which is regression. So when we're talking about regression, it's a statistical method used to analyze the relationship between two variables. I love this definition. So it's analyze relationship between two variables by fitting a linear equation to observe data points. And what is that linear equation? The linear equation is y is equal to a plus bx. So that's the linear equation for ANOVA. So before regression, I mean. So now let's start the analysis of regression in Excel. So when you come here now and you open your data tab again, so click on data analysis, then scroll down a bit and click on regression here. After you click on regression, then select your table range. for input of the value of the x. So select from here down to this part. So now for the variable of this of input of the x range, so input of x range will starting from this part too. So after you select it to this part, then make sure you label it. Then after that, if you want the confidence interval level, you can choose that. If you want the constant in 0, you can choose that too as well. So and then residual, you want the residual plot, you can also get that too if you want. If you want line plot, you can choose any of what you want. You just choose everything. So now come here. Then your output range, you can select your output range. So after select your output range, then click on it. So you see, so these are how to calculate the regression. And you see, we found the residual output for us too. So within a GV without stressing yourself. So as you can see, this is the confidence interval of standard error, coefficient. So standard error still starts, so and the p-value is okay, 0.083, 0.3, okay, it's 3, no, it's not really okay like that. So if it's 0.05 upwards, that is when it's strong, it's very good. So it's still alright. So wow. So the lower 9% is this. So you can see this is how to use Excel to do the calculation for t-test for ANOVA and regression. Simple as that, without stressing yourself. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos like this. So God bless you. You are welcome. So we are still going in a tour. We are still working in a tour on this Excel class. So expect more video on this. So thank you.